Hey, welcome to Universal Grounding for the month of April. My goodness. Um, I was just commenting before we started how or how time feels different now. Like this month feels like a month later. And of course, January for a lot of people felt like 3 years. And so the fourth dimension is all about time and the way this particular energy system has expanded, has really moved into being able to alter timelines from a place of dimensional change. So we're just gathering in this focal point, this dimensional space of pure possibility, where we're meeting the divine intelligence, universal intelligence of all shapes and forms. We have a base of divine mothers they're welcoming. We have a cheering section. Sometimes when we do these public sessions, we get cheering sessions. We have a cheering session, not as big as I've seen in the past, but a nice cheering. Oh, they're saying this was standing room only, so it was like there was a VIP entrance. Okay, I don't know what that means in the divine intelligence lingo, but yeah, they're saying there was a red carpet VIP entrance. Wonderful. And the angel Jophiel. And so we always like to, on some occasions, celebrate her coming into your system. So she's going to come into your system, into your crown, and settle into your heart and spine on the count of 3, 2, 1. And to me, she just feels like a smile, a warm smile from the inside out, or a hug, or just a sense of loving yourself deeper or more. But however you're experiencing her is uniquely your own, and she is the angel of illumination. She helps us see things. She helps bring things up for us. We're working dimensionally where past, present, and future are all here. So sometimes the timelines are working on something has 5, 10, 50, 500 stories, and the timelines there are illuminated by her um, um, for the purpose of showing you your own beauty. But for most of us, we can't really see our own beauty because of what? What's standing in the way. And that's where she really shines, literally. So we're welcoming her as we're being welcomed. Master healers, master physicians. There may be some psychic surgery coming in. Call it psychic surgery, but it really is just energy moving, states of consciousness moving from one form to another. Dimensionally, your physical body has structure and form, so does your energy body. But it's so much more complex than your physical form. We have countless anatomy books and studies and science and biology that looks at our physical form and maps it out. Energetically, we have some. We have a lot of philosophies, we have a lot of energy anatomy books and some generalized way of looking at chakras and energy bodies, but dimensionally there's so much more. And so that's why we have the angel Jophiel to help illuminate exactly what we're working on, and as that it's illuminated, then the force that we're working with, the divine intelligence, then can help us transform it. Isn't that wonderful? So, and that's another advancement we have, whether we do it in this session or not, is we can take a future timeline and bring it in as a blueprint and template. Like say we have a health problem, maybe a lung issue, we can take a future timeline where that lung issue is completely healed and resolved and we've gained all the wisdom, and bring it into this timeline as a framework for health. Does that mean you're instantly healed? Maybe, but maybe the body needs to slowly adjust. At least it has that new framework now to work from. And so that's why I'm asking for test subjects to really see how this works. How many sessions does it need? For some, it seems like it's instantaneous. Others, it just takes time. So we'll see. So that being said, we're going to start with the sound of Om. Om physicalizes this the energy of divine within your body. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths, and on the out breath, chant the sound of Om. First breath in. Second breath in. And the third breath in. Wonderful. Physicalizing tends to, in my sense, help your body feel more of the stillness, the silence. As someone also mentioned earlier, there tends to be a lot of heavy energy, which can really be exhausting or depleting in the collective, and our bodies can feel weighted down as a result of it. So we're going to start with some universal grounding by putting your focus on your tailbone area where your grounding cord, and for some of you, we're just going to do an upgrade to your grounding cord. Hold on. There we go. And we did this for our groups because it works really well. We're creating a damper. You guys know what a damper is, right? It's like where the airflow only goes one way. And so this damper is about clearing out negative debris. And we're going to connect this hose to a place where this negative debris is going to be used as fertilizer. But this damper is going to keep your root chakra open. That's its goal. And we put little crystals, one on either side, to kind of anchor it in. Helped by the goddess Kali, the goddess Durga, Mother Mira. And those of you who have this, it really helps for walking around in a very cluttered world. When we connect to Source, there's a sense of protection you almost need to put up because there's just so much anger. There's entities out there, not necessarily in a bad way, but yeah, they can be. They can just hang on you, like, you know, and which can also make you feel heavy. And so there's a protected way of kind of being in a world that is very, and this protection can be, I'm just going to unplug from a lot of the shock and outrage that's happening in the news 1 or 2 days a week. Yes, you want to be informed. You don't want to be in denial or numbing out or avoidance, but you also don't want to overwhelm yourself. And so what this damper does is it continuously pulls out the negative, kind of like there's a little vacuum action there, while not leaving you wide open. Isn't that brilliant? Just give that a little second to integrate. So this will ultimately help your root chakra remain open. What's in your root chakra? A lot of that survival fear. So that's a lot of the shock and outrage that's purposely happening in our culture right now. A lot of fear. Those of you are very sensitive, a lot of suffering, a lot of injustice, a lot of anger, a lot of collapse. There we go. Again, this is something that it's something that you're not necessarily going to notice because it's just going to keep things. You'll notice more if it's gone, if that makes sense. There we go. That feels like it's completed. So with that completed, again, I think this is something that's going to make a difference for a lot of you, and those of you who already have it, it's just going to, supercharge it in a way that will help strengthen your ability to be amidst an environment that is uncertain, tumultuous. Self-cleaning. There we go. It's like a self-cleaning oven. Self-cleaning root chakra. What a gift. And so now, putting your awareness and focus in your root chakra, and let's extend that from the chair you're sitting on. Into the floor, the sub-basement. Taking our time here. Top layers of the earth. The geological layers of the earth. And we're plugging into the heart of Gaia. Like a cord plugging into the outlet, or more like umbilical cord to mother. There we go. We're just going to take a moment to listen. Yeah, so there's a sense here of not being connected. Ooh, yeah. So I was wondering what that was. So when we connected to Mother, there was a feeling of sadness, of loss, like say you haven't been home in a long time. And in this case, tens of thousands of years, because the disconnect in the world today is very real. It's very real. Where we don't feel connected to each other. And there's a lot of elements supporting that, from AI to our use of electronics, to isolation, to not living on the ground, or earthing, or being in nature as much, or all sorts of things. A pandemic where we feel like we can't meet communally as much anymore. All sorts of things are separating us. But there's an ancient form of disconnect that's simply a forgetfulness. So it's so much more than being connected with the earth. Okay, yeah. Ooh, this is big. Oh, I think I'm going to cry. We're going to get an incredible, oh, I'm crying already, an incredible activation today that's going to help your system remember. I'm going to use this term, but it's actually genderless. It's divine motherhood. Because the earth is our original mother because our Gaian bodies are of the earth. Our spirit is from this great creator who is actually in its original form female, that is actually genderless, but because we came from her, she's female. God is not God, it's goddess. And the goddess, ancient goddess, is genderless. She carries both male and female. She's the birth, creation, creator. And so what we're getting here in universal grounding is this reconnection, re-remembering of our motherhood. And it's not even motherhood of the essence of her, which is love, right? Which is love. And I know a lot of you already have this. It's just going to strengthen. It's just going to deepen. It's just going to broaden. It's going to become more dimensional, more light. It's going to clear away that which isn't mother essence, which isn't love, which isn't union. Because love in its purest form is union with God, union with the divine, union with all. Universal grounding says it's not just divine, you're connected to all. Whew. So here we are connected to the earth, and we're going to spend the next 45 minutes or so, however long we need, to download, activate the framework of this divine mother essence, this remembering. Okay, thank you. It's not divine mother, universal mother. There we go. Because the universal mother has no affiliation with anything but creation itself. There's many names for her in our history, her story. She's been erased actually from religion in her purest form. So the universal mother. Whew. Just saying that name, just feeling that presence. It's the basis of all creation. Basis of all love, all empathy, all compassion, all connection, all. So you see how powerful this is? And we're going to create a framework for her. A download, an activation, reorientation, an alignment, a re-remembering, a rebalancing, whatever she's going to do for you. It's completely between you and her. Those of you who are further along, you're going to get deeper, wider, broader, more expansive, more connected. And this may be something you want to listen to again. Okay, so here at the center of the earth, we're going to just slowly bring up this framework, and it's going to come into our physicality, and its dimensional physicality, into the bones, the cells, the fluids, but most importantly, this fascia framework that is like liquid light. Right? This dimensional liquid light that has memory, that has a quantum network that remembers, that's been dormant. What we've been working on in our groups for months now is building this framework of remembrance that our human bodies are so much more vibrational. They not only have forgotten, they've regressed, they've devolved, they've become too constricted, too organic, and we're slowly lightening them up, slowly, incrementally. So we're going to pull it up through the layers of the earth, coming into her feet. This is creating a framework. So this is going to be a two-phased approach. Well, three. We're going to create a framework for this mother essence. your physical body through the fascia, the tissue, the muscles, the bones, the 3D structure, and then evolve it as we pull in the dimensional aspect in the center of the galaxy to light it all up. There we go. Needed to create kind of a base in your feet. Now it's just going to percolate up. So like we're standing on this base. Because the center of the earth actually is holds a lot of realms, holds a lot of remembrances of lifetimes past. There we go. You're opening up your feet again. So there's a phrase they're bringing into my awareness where Thich Nhat Hanh talks about walking on the earth with reverence. And the reason we don't, and the reason he did, I mean, he obviously did a lot of personal work on his spiritual path and journey. A master philosopher, a master awakened being with so much wisdom. And he shared. And he said, walk like your feet are kissing the earth. And the reason you're doing that is kind of twofold. It's yes, it's reverence. But the second part of this equation is that your feet actually have memory of being in relationship energetically, organically, quantumly with the earth. Like when you step on something and it's just that's what they're showing me. There's a relationship to the earth that your feet are now being reorganized for. So that's why we're pausing at the feet now. There we go. Now it's coming up slowly into your ankles. Shins, calves. We actually spent, oh my goodness, my mind isn't so much in time frame. A portion of last fall and also January, restoring Divine Mother energies by clearing. So it's hard to restore this. You can bring it in, but if you still have a lot of conditioned memory, and everybody's different as to how much they're holding. You still have a lot of conditioned memory with loss, with not just in this lifetime, but ancestrally, because the veils between worlds are really thinning. We can access our ancestry much, much more easier, but also our past lives, which to me is part of the reason there's just so much fear and anger upswelling, because the veils are thinner. And that can prevent us from really holding that mother essence in the purest form, because it's bumping up against the maybe trauma we had with our own mother, the trauma we had as mothers, the trauma we had in past lives, maybe with loss or fear, or in this particular cultural world, a whole bunch of patriarchal oppression and objectification, and in the case of religion, complete erasure. So there is, that's why we were at the feet. We're standing on so much patriarchal oppression and objectification and dismissal and degradation that the remembrance of the universal mother essence within the collective and within us is, I'm trying to think of the right word, fractured. Thank you. So the connection isn't full, isn't in its fullest form. Oh, thank you. Hi, Ingrid. It's kind of like Ingrid and I had a problem connecting, hearing each other. So that's kind of how the divine, how connecting to the universal mother. There's static. There's interference. You know, and the whole quantum world is about waves oscillating and the interference and the friction it creates in manifesting into form, one form to another. So there's a lot of interference, a lot of what we call separation consciousness, mired in the fact that reverence for Universal Mother isn't in our collective consciousness, because our memory of the Universal Mother, unless you're in a particular community, and we're not just talking individually, we're talking collectively, is so fractured. And so when we meet in this group, it's not just personal, it's collective. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we had a whole bunch of Divine Mothers working on that as we talked about it. So now we're standing more on firmer ground as they kind of cleared away some of that static, just effortlessly. So we can build a framework within us for remembering and holding within our physical form space to embody, to live the Universal Mother. It's one thing to know her, to feel her, to have that love, to have mystical experience of her. It's a completely another to embody her form, walking on the earth as if our feet are kissing her, right? Because she is us, we are her. So Thich Nhat Hanh absolutely coined the phrase, walk as if your feet are kissing the earth. Walk as if you love her. Walk as if the earth loves you. That's embodiment. And that's a process. There we go. Now it's coming into our ankles. We're literally working on the connection between the earth and the feet, the essence of Divine Mother love and how it's connecting to your physical form. There we go. Now it's coming up into the ankles. Beautiful. Flowing so much more. All right, now it's flowing into your calves and up into your knees. It's in your veins, nerves for some of you, bones, calcium, bone marrow, blood, oxygen, quarks. And the emphasis here is on the physical form, because the energetic form already knows in its purest memory. But the physical form has devolved into forgetting with thousands of years of patriarchal oppression, erasure, degradation, objectification. God isn't male. God is genderless. And if you needed to name any kind of deity, it is the Divine Mother. She is creation itself, and the male and the female are in union as one. We serve her, the all. We serve love. And that disconnection is why we're mired in the chaos we are. And this remembrance is setting the stage for where we could possibly be. Isn't that beautiful? Moving to the knees and thighs, and we're going to pause here at the pelvic girdle. genitals, perineum, colon. Just pause here. Create a nice frame of sitting and standing. Sitting and standing. Maybe we're taking some time as standing, like we're standing in the embodiment of divine mother love, of universal love, of kissing the earth, of the earth kissing us. Because remember, universal mother, there's no separation. She doesn't see the earth as different from you. She doesn't see a butterfly as different from a frog. She doesn't see the air as different from the water. She doesn't see this planet as different from the garbage across the street. It's all one. Everything is in relationship to everything else. And yes, we are leap years ahead in our evolutionary progress, but we can create this framework now. Because your future bodies have already done it. That's where we have our future bodies here going, hey, psst, you've already done this, you've already evolved, and we're just bringing it back. We're just bringing it back into present. Beautiful. Okay. We're pausing at key areas, now coming up into the lower organs, and we're just going to pause here at the belly button. Well, of course, we all know why. Umbilical cord is there, but there's also energy focal point and energy. There we go, connection. Yeah, there's some damage in the umbilical cord for some of you, and the way you connect, shut down, or disconnect. There we go. And when your belly button is in full activation mode, it becomes an energetic, like some of you, it's the palms of your hands, some of you, it's your heart, some of you, it's your third eye, some people, it's your belly button. And, you know, if you're adept, it's all of the above. There we go, beautiful. Now coming up into your rib cage. Sternum. It's really getting into your framework, the skeleton, and the calcium in the bone marrow, and into your lungs, lung tissue, heart, breast, lymph nodes. Interesting. What is it? The back of your shoulders, and those scapulas. Into your shoulders themselves, down your Arms, elbows, forearms, hands, palms, fingers, fingertips. And taking a moment to pause here. Again, we're pausing at all the energy. Centers, of course, you know about the regular chakras. There we go. And back down to your thymus and spiritual heart, opening up a little door in your spiritual heart. A doorway that says, remember. Remember who you are. It's a doorway to universal love. Of course, Divine Mother, the Universal Mother, holds the key to that doorway. And this remembrance of embodiment of Universal Mother is helping you remember that you are she. She is you. And as you remember you are she is you, you remember I am the earth, I am the plants, I am the air, I am the planets, I am the sun. I am everything, everything is me. So this is activating that remembrance in the way that each of you needs in your self-development. Even if it just means sparking more love, more compassion, more joy, more kindness, more beauty, helping with your intuitive gifts, maybe helping you be more grounded in love, or walking with more reverence, or relating to everyone and everything with more kindness. There we go, doing a little bit of work on the spiritual heart. So again, each of our ways we access and share energy. And now coming into the neck. And just taking a moment on the energetic spine. There we go. For some of you, a little bit of a Kundalini clean out there. Into your thyroid, neck. And now your brain, brainstem, pineal, pituitary, third eye, skull. And we're going to take some time in the brain here. Upgrading, activating each of your ways you access the divine and distribute it. For some of you, it's belly button, others the hands, others the heart, or the spiritual heart, or the third eye. Or the energetic spine. Beautiful. Now opening up the crown, we're going to extend microtubule all the way up through our universe, into the next galaxy, the next, into the sun, sun, sun. We're going to download the light codes for this remembrance of Universal Mother to help embody it, to restore, activate to the level that each of you needs. If you're just stumbling upon this because you're on YouTube, you're going to get download and activation to the level that you need. This is always something you can replay. You'll just go stronger. Those of you who already have the affiliation with the goddess, divine feminine and the divine mother, it's just going to be more universal. It's just deepening, broadening, embodying more. Again, knowing, having a sense of, having a living presence of is different than embodying it or being asked to walk it. Like our feet are kissing the earth, to have our universal motherly essence, like it's a part of everything and everything is a part of us. That is completely different ask. And isn't it beautiful? And some of us are ready, right? I know some of you on this call are ready. Okay. All right, now those light codes are starting to sprinkle down to stretch to the center of the earth, and now they're just filtering down. There you go, coming into the crown now, and these light codes hold the essence, the plasma, the information of how to live, walk, talk, breathe, act, think. Motherly essence, which really, in its purest form, is love. But there's so much more than motherly essence than just love. Love is one characteristic. There we go. We're going to pause at each of the chakras. So she's she. I'm saying she because it's very much of a feminine remembrance. Working on your crown chakra, creating like a golden halo. I was going to say crown, but it's a little egotistic. It's like a golden halo, almost like tuner, receiver. There we go. Beautiful. Putting a diamond pearl in your third eye. Cleaning out the amygdala, pituitary. And coming into the brainstem, down into your throat chakra. So we're going to get a nice little chakra update. So we're going to pause at each of the chakras, and you can spin one way going forward, the other way going back. Whew. Kind of like if you drive a car into the shop, this is going to be a nice little tune-up. Placing all the spark plugs, checking all the electronics, feeling the air in the tires. There we go. Now coming down to the higher heart, spiritual heart, and thymus. We're going to do the same. Some would think that the heart chakra is the physical heart. No, it's a spiritual heart. Again, cleansing and opening that doorway, the chakras, helping them spin with more of sacred geometry, with more crystalline, with more liquid light. And speaking of the fascia is getting fine-tuned with its rebalancing, realigning, remembering its original coding. Beautiful. Pausing at the physical heart. There we go. Lighting up some of that fascia in your chest and lungs and rib cage. Back and following the energetic spine. Whew. Ooh, some light just flowed down the energetic spine. Ooh, all the way to the tailbone. Clearing out those channels with light codes. Reprogramming, re-remembering. I was told there's some DNA recoding going on here. In a peripheral way, or to the extent that some of you need it. There we go. We're coming into the third chakra and doing again. Ooh, an energetic. Realigning, re-remembering, reorienting. We're coming down to the belly button, and we'll get into the sacral. Oh no, we're at the sacral now. Or both, sorry. Belly button and the sacral. Ooh. More of the fascia lighting up in your midsection. Think of the fascia like quantum light streams, you know, like fiber optics. Because your fascia is like, okay, thank you. Your fascia is like the bridge between biological, ecological, and spiritual. So therefore, it's very universal. It responds much better to energy and quantum and electromagnetics than. Okay, so your sacral chakra getting realigned, readjusted, and your belly button. And coming into your root chakra. Some of you getting a really big cleansing there, adjustment. There we go. Release. Again, with this kind of dimensional clearing, it's literally instantaneous. The transformation from one state of consciousness to another. There we go. Yeah, some of you still have some survival fear. So when you bring in the embodiment of love, of universal remembrance, there's still some hate or fear or anger or pain or trauma still in your root chakra, and that's okay. You may want to listen to this again, or you may it just may need some integration. There we go. Beautiful. I just want needed some intention, attention there. There's some light flowing in. Okay. Now your Earth star lining up with your `11th chakra. Ooh, feel some of you, your crown is tingling. Your heart chakra, they're getting a chakra alignment actually. Beautiful. Now anchoring in again with the center of the earth, which is your universal chakra, and it's dimensional. Center of the galaxy, and we're spending the rest of the time we have together integrating, and then we'll build coherence to that sense of love. So we're just going to integrate in all space, all time, all realities, all dimensions, all realms, all fields, interdimensionally, physicalizing and catching everything up. Brain consciousness, different aspects of the brain, nervous system, but going right to the chakras, integrating the chakras. Back up a bit, I'm just going to put in a whole bunch of structures. These are called diamond light crystals. There we go. Wherever they're most needed. These diamond light crystals are just like pure love, pure love. Like you just got a wand of fairy dust all over your system. They're just going to help this activation integrate and build. Ultimately, remember, this is towards walking towards embodying your universal mother. Whether you're male or female, you are a universal creator. And in order to be a universal creator, the key aspect you're missing, whether you're male or female, on this planet is the balance of the divine feminine, the universal mother, the remembrance of your deep connection with the earth, with all that is. And so embodying the universal mother is key to coming back into wholeness. Beautiful. Integrating the skeleton, the physical body, and the rest of the energetic bodies. Integrating all your organs, genetics, your current body, intelligence system. Integrating the rest of your energy system, biology, physiology, all of consciousness. Okay. For the last 5 minutes, reorient and build coherence to the essence of Universal Mother, all her splendor and all her love. In whatever way it speaks to you, we're all individual expressions of the Divine One. She is the Divine One. She can be pure joy, pure bliss, happiness. She could just be a sense of calm, stability, of being home. However you're experiencing it. And for some of you, it actually may be fearful, because there may still be parts of you that are saying, gosh, I'm not worthy. You might be resisting or rejecting, and that's okay. Just allow. There is no judgment here. Divine Mother's love says, I love you. Wherever you are, whoever you think you are at the moment. I'm just going to sit here and hold space for the you that, when it's ready, will just fall back into my arms like a child coming home. Our Universal Mother essence, this universality never left us. Humanity may have thought it evolved in this postmodern culture, in this patriarchal society where we can see it breaking down all around us. The fear, the injustice, the crime, the control, the power, the emphasis on owning things and people, demands. And that's all breaking down, and it will take as long as it takes. But the more people that start embodying this all-powerful, like, think of it like more than a lighthouse, like this pillar of light, the more we'll build coherence. Time is speeding up. Light is speeding up. Love is speeding up. And as it speeds up, everything that isn't falls away. Call it the new earth, but it's really not a new earth. It's an old earth. It's just earth that is and will always be. Kind of like the ants. They don't know what's going on with the latest political dynamic. They don't know what's going on with climate change. They don't know what's going on with your relationship breakup or your health crisis or your job conflict. They just know they're an ant. And their job is to bring more food to their fellow ants and make sure all the babies grow strong. We are those ants. But our minds get caught up in all this collective conditioning that wants to pull us into the story, right? Oneness says, you just belong. You belong to each other. You belong to the world. You belong to the universe. You belong to love. Beautiful. Angel Jophiel sprinkling some illuminating seeds within our system that will help. Remember, this is meeting you wherever you are. If you're new in the path, we're creating a framework that you're going to grow into, like shoes that were too big and you eventually grow into. If you're well along the path, this is just going to deepen your embodiment, to strengthen that light, to help you find ways to use it better, to see, to speak, to hear, or just be a doorway for others, and everything in between. So the Indra sprinkling these seeds of potential to help illuminate what it is that you need. Thank you, Angel Jophiel. And we end with a sacred Sanskrit mantra. It's like a prayer. And translated, it means, may we be led from untruth to truth, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May there be freedom and peace on the earth. And maybe we conduits, but in this case, may we remember. May we remember. We are peace, we are freedom, and help others remember too. Om Asatoma Sarkamya Tamasoma Jyotirkamya Charmam Tramgamya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Guryo Namaha. Peace, peace, peace. This beautiful light of universal love, this remembrance, shine ever brighter. Bring more peace. Bringing in gratitude for all the help you received today, the Divine Mothers, Universal Mother, Master Healers, Merlin of Magical Transformation, Mother Earth, Mother Sun, Angel Jophiel, and you. Thank you for spending your time here today and allowing me to be a conduit. Taking a deep breath, bringing you up and out of the space of grace, bowing my head again, in love and gratitude. It is done. It is complete. So it is, so it is, so it is. Till next time, be blessed.